Have no fear, Hippie Hero is here, and today we are going to be watching some top rated videos by some of the most popular YouTubers. I got my lovely girlfriend here, Virgo Queen, just excellent person, wonderful lady, and she does not have an icon, but she's here and you should be able to hear her.
Hello.
Okay, so how do you think we want to do this? Do we want to start off with like the oldest videos of DBD or the like most popular? How you think you want to do this today?
It doesn't matter, just go for it.
Just go for it. Okay, lovely answer. Let's see. I think we'll just get start off with the oldest. So this is apparently the King's most popular video.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, today I have a brand new series for you guys called Things You're Probably Doing Wrong. In this series, we're going to be talking about the different types of killers and different survivors and things you're probably doing wrong as them in Dead by Daylight. I am the King and today I'm going to be your host. If you guys are new, be sure to subscribe because we'll be uploading daily Dead by Daylight content and we have a lot of fun series planned for you guys. So in today's video, we have the Survivor edition of Things You Are Probably Doing Wrong. So we're going to talk about the top 5 things that I see that a lot of people are doing. Shout out to Deathly Marksman for helping me with this video, who is a rank 1 survivor with well over 1,000 hours, as well as
That's when rank actually meant
so
something.
we're gonna give you guys some things that you're probably doing wrong. Now keep in mind this is not going to be for everybody, but these are just some general tips
killer,
and things
babe.
that you can improve on
I know.
that the pro players and the rank 1 players do that the rank 20s
I probably do all
don't.
these mistakes.
So let's start off with number 5 on our list, and that's not looking behind you. I am
Hey, your number one thing
not
you
look
never
behind you
do.
when you're in the game of Dead by Daylight. They keep running in a straight line, they're not looking to keep track of their killer, and this is very bad. What you want to do is alternate by looking back and looking forward to see where you're going to run, as well as where the killer is behind you when you're in a chase. If you don't keep track
I
of the
haven't
killer, it
achieved
can
that
easily
skill
cut you off
yet.
from different vantage points.
When
It
you
can go
actually
around things
achieve
and
that,
they'll
what a
basically
day it
kill
will
you.
be.
Essentially, what you need to do is look behind you and keep looking
I
forward
just end
as
up
well.
running into a
This
wall
way
when
you
I
can
try.
adjust the distance between how far
Yeah.
the killer and you are, so you can know if you can make it to a specific vault or to a specific
I just like the
pallet.
old
If
textures.
you don't do this, you won't actually know how much distance you have, and you can't really
Like, I
judge
wish
if
I
you
could
can
play
make a
old
vault
DVD.
without dying or make a
And even the
pallet.
crane
So,
in the background
looking
looks
behind
different.
you is definitely a tip that you can do. A lot of people don't do it, and if you're one of
Crane
those
looks a
people,
whole
you
lot
should start
different.
doing it. Try to alternate, look behind, and then look ahead to see where you're going, so you don't run into walls as well, and this will help you in keeping track of your killer. It will help your looping skills, and it will just make you an all-around better survivor.
It will.
Coming in at number 4 is camping a pallet. Now, I don't necessarily mean camping a pallet as waiting to get a stun. I mean if you drop a pallet, or if you're continuously looping a pallet and you're waiting for the killer to come and break the pallet, that is not a good idea. What most killers do is just simply break the pallet, but some killers actually try to go around and cut you off. What you should do in this situation is actually just get distance and run. The more distance you get, the better it is for you, and the chances of your survival are increased. By waiting around a dropped pallet, what happens is, as you know, pallets can't spawn near each other. So waiting
like
there
I
for
never
the
really
killer to
do
break the pallet
that,
and
unless
then
it's
running
at, like, a
is not going to
god
give you as
pallet.
much distance as you think it will be, and you will lose a lot of time and you will probably get killed in this process. In the video that you're seeing right now, this is an example of what it means to camp a pallet, and this is what you should not do. Instead, what you should do is what you're probably seeing right now. As soon as you drop the pallet, get distance, run away. Do not wait, do not play with your killer, do not continuously loop if the pallet is down. That is a very common mistake that people think is a good strategy, but in reality, it's not. Coming in at number 3 is not trailing your scratch marks. So if you're an immersive player and you like hiding, you like being very stealthy, immersion is gonna be your main concept and your main focus, and a big part of this is running away from the killer without
Uh,
basically wasting too much pallets. You want to be as immersed as possible.
that
You want to be like a
does seem
ninja,
like an
basically.
old DVD
And if you
playstyle,
want to do
just
this, there's
trying to
obviously
focus on
parts you can
stealth.
run, but a big thing that really works in this favor is trailing your
With the
scratch marks.
glowing
It confuses the
orange
living
light
daylights
juice
out of
on
your
her.
killers, especially if they're at rank 20, they won't know where you went. And trailing your scratch marks essentially is running into one direction and then coming back to the other direction. This way the killers think you go one way, when in reality you're way over somewhere else. Now, here is a good example that you're seeing now of what you should do. As you see, I run and then I urban evasion back, and then I sprint burst out of there. It's really smart, it's a good technique. You can run perks such as lightweight, dance with me, things like that, just to give you the upper boost to get the distance when the killer is looking for you. By trailing your scratch marks, the killers will think you'll go in one direction, and when they start looking around, that's your opportunity to get out of there. A lot of people do not know about this strategy because they're fairly new, but this is probably one of the best
One thing
things you
about
can
this
do, especially
video
for
is it
immersion
kinda
and
reminds me of, like,
outrunning
classic
your
DVD
killer. Combine this
videos.
with urban evasion, dance with me, sprint burst, vigil, and you'll have a really
Very
nasty
clean
stealthy
editing.
build. Coming in
Just
at
nice
number
and
2
smooth.
is a problem that I see too many people doing. Even I do it myself, especially with the new palette update now in the game. What it is essentially is dropping pallets after taking a hit. Now, sometimes this is not your intention. You try to run to a pallet, you start spamming the spacebar, and what happens is, as soon as you take the hit, you keep on spamming the spacebar, and the pallet drops after. Don't do this. Do not be afraid to take hits. If you know you're gonna take a hit,
Even I
don't
do that
spam
occasionally.
spacebar. Try to get to the other side of the pallet. As you know, the vacuum is
I
gone.
do
You
that
guys can no
frequently.
longer do what you would normally do. So wasting that pallet and that sprint burst that you get when you
Bubba
take
is
that
actually
initial
pretty
hit
good
is such a waste.
back
The entire
the-
point of
these-
getting this
this
adrenaline
olden
boost
time,
after taking
the
a hit
DVD.
is so you can get some more distance. By dropping this pallet, it gets rid of
like
your
a
adrenaline
6-year-old
and that little
video.
sprint burst that you get. So that is something that you don't want to do. Coming in at number 1, this is probably the biggest and most important thing that you can do. If you perfect this, you can win a lot more of your games. This is the biggest problem that I see as of now, and you can't really do much about it unless you're in a Survive with Friends group. However, if you have something like Kindred or Bonds, you can use it to your advantage in a way, and that's when everybody is being too altruistic. If you are trying to save the person that's on the hook, and too many people are doing this, you're giving the killer a very easy time to kill you. As a killer main myself, I know this 100%. If someone is on the hook and all 3 people come to rescue them, it's a death trap for everyone. Not only are you wasting precious time that you could be working on a generator, you're risking your life, as now there's 3 other people's right there. So one guy's on the hook, there's 3 people around. Odds are someone is going to die. When there's 1 person or at least 2 people going for a save, which is the most recommended, and 1 person consistently working on a generator, whether you want to be the gen jockey or you're in a Survive with Friends group and you can organize who's going for saves and who's going for the generators, it helps way more than if everybody just goes ahead and runs for the save. Now, why I say this is that you're just wasting so much time, and time in Dead by Daylight is probably the most important thing. The more time you waste, the easier time it's going to be for the killer to kill you. So, essentially, 1 person should always fix a generator while someone is on a hook. They have hang time. They have about 30 seconds from their first life to their second
I
life.
feel like
Let them hang
that's
for a little
kind
and
of
then
common
go
knowledge.
for it.
One of
You
the
don't
first
want to
things
be
you learn in
ultra aggressive
DVD.
going for the saves unless you're running something like Wheel Farm Forever and you're just farming points. Let them hang
I
a
guess
little,
it makes sense.
coordinate with
There's
your teammates what you're going to do,
a lot of people
and
who
then
just
get
go
that
into
save.
natural
That
fear
way you can
where
work
they
on gens,
freeze.
the game can progress, and you'll have a good time. But
You
there
call
go,
me
guys.
out.
Those are the top 5 Survivor mistakes that
I mean,
see.
honestly,
This
I
is
used
part
to do
2
it too
of our
for
first video, basically. But I hope you guys
say
did
like
enjoy.
15
Let me know what you
matches
guys
up
think about
against
this
the
video. Be
killer.
sure to
I've
join my
always
Discord
kind of
in the link
freeze.
down
Like, what's
below.
their power? What
Leave a
they
like if you
do?
did enjoy this video. Next time we're going to have a killer edition of this, so let me know what killer you want to see. Nonetheless, I've been your host, The King. I hope you guys did enjoy and have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time.
So what you think of that video, baby?
It's pretty accurate. I do pretty much all of them,
Nice, nice.
especially with the not looking behind me.
I don't know too much about the person he made, the king. Feel like I've seen him heard or mentioned for like playing comp DVDs or something before, but that's about all I've heard of him. How many views do you want to think that video has? You're exactly correct. 861K views.
I was gonna say 200,000.
So it's a pretty good video. So make sure you give that guy a like and follow, subscribe, and yada yada yada. Go support him.